located on land that Boone County leases from the Greater Cincinnati International Airport. England-Idlewild Park is located just 24 minutes from downtown Cincinnati in Burlington, Kentucky. England-Idlewild offers a variety of sporting and family activities, including a playground, basketball courts, baseball fields, Frisbee golf, fishing, family movie nights, a dog park, paved trails, and more. Our favorite thing at the park is its variety of fun and racy mountain bike trails, with loops that are suitable for riders of all ages and skill levels. MTB Cincinnati's review of the England-Idlewild mountain bike trails was made possible by Racy Bicycle Outfitters, the Cincinnati area's premier cycling source. Racy carries several of the hottest brands, with many different models to choose from in stock, and a professional staff that's there to help. Need accessories? Racy has them, along with a friendly expert service department that works on all makes and models to help keep your bike performing its best. Racy Bicycle Outfitters, conveniently located on Monmouth Street in Newport. In addition to 12 miles of mountain bike trails, the park features a dedicated dirt jump and pump track section. England-Idlewild has become home to the annual Broken Spoke Bike Festival, which was taking place when we caught up with Cincinnati Off-Road Alliance trail steward Matt Becker.
Hey, I'm Matt Becker. I'm one of the trail stewards out here at England-Idlewild Park. I've been riding here for about 15 years, and trail steward, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 total. I'm one of the 2. Mark Rogers is the other one, and we do most of the work or maintenance along with volunteers. It started as a conversation between the then Parks Director and a fellow by the name of Dave Zimmer. Dave Zimmer and Bill Renner, who ended up being one of the main builders of the trails out here. Came out here in late 2002 and looked at the trails on 100 acres out here in the north part of the park. Came up with a plan. That summer, 2003, started building trails, and that fall, trails started opening. By the next year, we had a pretty good system going, and it's been in flux, and parts have been rebuilt over the years, but we're doing good. We got about 135 acres at this point in this 285-acre park. Trail stewardship changed around 2009. Mark Rogers came in and started redesigning and rebuilding out here because things were just eroding. It's the nature of the soils out here. This is an old farm, and it is not particularly good soil in a lot of areas. So he started redesigning, and the concept changed from this intermediate, beginner, advanced technical system to kind of whatever the landscape would give you. So he built a trail called Runaround, which is now a fairly beginner-friendly trail that starts at the main trailhead up a ways from where we are now. And that one snakes its way down to the creek. It's called Easton Creek. There's always been a big bridge over the creek. And then there's a somewhat more technical trail that comes off that and works its way back up, more or less to where we're standing here. And that's got a couple names. Buck's Lair is one, and also Turtle Claw is another one. They kind of work their way back up to where we are at this point, this trailhead. The whole back section is still advanced and intermediate. In reality, there's no difference between them. It's just a bunch of concentric circles, and it's mostly moderate riding. Nothing super easy, nothing super difficult. The problem with it is getting very rooty and rutted. So the long-term plan is to redesign all that a little area at a time, and instead of going in concentric circles, we're going to be going up and down the stream valleys. But we still think in the end we're going to have 10 to 12 miles, and it's been 10 to 12 miles since the beginning. It's just going to change shape.
One of the great things about the concentric trail layout is that it allows promoters to create race courses of about any length. EI's first race was in 2005, and it's been a regular stop for the Kentucky State Points Series.
Mark Rogers started a time trial series on Wednesday nights in 2011, so that's now 8 years in, and it's usually 6 to 8 weeks in the summer, depending on how many are canceled with rain and such. And that's a short 2.5 mile lap usually, very quick. A lot of fun. There's usually a dedicated group of 30 to 40 people that come every single week and do it. 3 years ago, a 6-hour series started up in the region, and this became one of the parks they chose. So we just finished one of those up right now, as a matter of fact, which is why I'm a little dirty and sweaty.
Oh God. Oh God. Okay, guys. Okay.
Hey, when $100 spoke.
How's that look?
My name's Brian. I've been riding for 5 years.
Name's Matt Wasson. I've been riding for about the last 3 years.
My name's Austin Schneider, and I've been riding for about 5 years. Most of my experience is in Colorado.
England-Idlewild Trails is the first place that I actually started riding. It is a very beginner-friendly trail system, and it also turns into some advanced with some technical rooty climbs. And it has enough trails here for the people that are endurance orientated to be able to get their flow and get some miles in.
It took me really a year of riding before I even knew England-Idlewild existed. So I really started riding here about 2 years ago. It's a great place. The trail system here has pretty much everything you'd want. I mean, there's some more advanced trails if you're feeling like you want to get technical with your riding. There's some beginner trails if you're just feeling like you want to rip through the trails and go fast.
This is my first day riding here. This place is pure Type 1 fun, so it's a good time.
One of the benefits of riding here at England-Idlewild is you have this nice paved trail. That way if the entire family comes, some might choose to ride on the paved trail and some might choose to ride in the dirt. It is a multi-use trail. You run across many bikers, hikers. A couple of my favorite sections personally is the A1 outer loop that runs along the creek side. You have some nice little speed, a little jump over a little wood section, a nice little steep pitch climb, and it just lets you get a little bit of flow going along that section there. Also, there's some challenging root drops on the inside of the inner loops. Those are always fun. For me, some of the most challenging parts are the steep, punchy, rooty climbs.
There was this one part down by the river, coming up through some pretty big rocks and roots, and that spot got a little technical.
There's a pump track here.
Josh Patton, Harrison Reynolds. These are your top 2 dual slalom finalists.
There's some days I won't even bring my mountain bike. I'll just bring the dirt jump bike and ride the pump track and practice skills for about an hour.
Oh man. Oh, is it gonna be Harrison?
If you've been watching our trail review videos, chances are you're getting excited about getting out and getting on a mountain bike.
Advanced riders are often willing to fork out the cash for a top-of-the-line mountain bike. But that doesn't mean you have to spend a fortune for a great performing, long-lasting machine.
Today we're going to look at a couple different price points to meet your needs and your budget.
With 27.5-inch wheels, 3-inch wide plus-size tires, and the right amount of suspension travel, Salsa Cycles Pony Rustler is an ideal trail machine for our area. Their top-of-the-line model features a carbon fiber frame, dropper seat post, and high-end drivetrain components. Suspension and braking components are all top shelf. The tires are tubeless ready, the wheels are carbon fiber, and so are the handlebars. Retailing for around $5,600, the bike is so decked out it doesn't leave much room for upgrades. For a more attractive price point than carbon fiber, check out an aluminum bike. Salsa's aluminum Pony Rustlers use the same frame geometry and rear suspension design as their carbon fiber frames. Trickle-down technology and suspension, braking, and drivetrain components result in performance that's comparable to top-of-the-line. If you're willing to ride a bike that weighs a couple pounds more, it could cost you a couple grand less. Modern hardtails like this aluminum Loki from Orbea are a lot of fun to ride, and notably less expensive than an equally spec'd full suspension bike. For around $1,400, its components are far above department store grade. With the advent of plus-size tires, the extra traction and bump absorption turn a typically harsh hardtail into a working man's full suspension bike.
As you can see, mountain biking can be a very affordable sport with price points for almost anyone. If you have any more questions, give us a call or just stop by.
as the 5th trail system we reviewed. The 12 miles of mountain bike trails at England-Idlewild Park feature some unique natural terrain and man-made obstacles that help it stand out. We thoroughly enjoyed the wooden obstacles and hope that it's something we'll see more of in the future at this place. Built on old farmland, there isn't a lot in the way of elevation change, although there are a few steep climbs and a good amount of gradual hillside trails, offering some fast flow. Providing fun and thrills for riders of all skill levels, England-Idlewild Park has a mountain bike trail system that we can't wait to get back to. MTB Cincinnati strongly encourages you to join Cora, advocating for mountain bikers and mountain bike trails in the Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky, and Southeast Indiana area. Next time, we'll pay a visit to College Corner, Ohio, to ride the expansive beginner and intermediate friendly mountain bike trail system of Houston Woods. Like us on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube so you don't miss it.